Hello friends, today we are going to read What Makes a Shadow. And so as we're talking about extreme weather, having shadows and knowing what makes shade is going to be really helpful to help protect us from some of this extreme heat. What Makes a Shadow by Clyde Robert Bulla. What makes a shadow? So how does she get that shadow on the ground? That's right, the sun. The sun is shining, and it shines on the trees and the sidewalk. It shines on your house. It shines on you too. But when the sun is in front of you, look behind you. You can see your shadow. When you move, your shadow moves. When you run, your shadow runs, but you can never catch it. What makes the shadow? Where does it come from? The sun is very bright. It shines on the house. It shines on the trees. It shines on you. But the sun does not shine through you. There is a dark place behind you where the sun does not shine. That darkness is called your shadow. Look for more shadows. The tree has a shadow. The shade of the tree is the shadow of the tree. And on a hot summer day, that is a great place to be. A house has a shadow. The sun shines on one side of the house. There is a shadow on the other side. Animals have shadows, so do cars. Airplanes have shadows. Watch as an airplane flies over your head. You may see its shadow on the ground. A cloud has a shadow. Sometimes the sky is dark with clouds. The sun cannot shine through them. The shadows of the clouds fall on the earth. The shadows make the day dark. We say this is a cloudy day. Some shadows are darker than others. Hold a paper towel so the sun shines on it. The paper towel makes the shadow on the ground. The shadow is not dark because some of the sunlight shines through. Hold a book so the sun shines on it. The book makes a shadow on the ground. It makes a dark shadow because no sunlight shines through it. Watch the sun go down. Watch the night come. Night has a shadow. The sun shines on one side of the earth. The other side is in shadow. The shadow makes the nighttime. So nighttime is when we are getting the shadow of the sun through the earth. Inside the house at night, you can see more shadows. Hold your hand between a lamp and the wall. You will see the shadow of your hand on the wall. Do you know how to make a big shadow? Hold your hand close to the lamp, but not too close. The light bulb may be hot. The shadow is big because your hand shuts out so much of the light. This makes more darkness on the wall. Move your hand away from the light. Move it farther and further away. Now the shadow on the wall gets smaller and smaller and smaller. It is smaller because your hand does not shut out so much light. There is less darkness on the wall. You can have fun with shadows. Hold your hands between the light and the wall and make shadow pictures. You can make a duck or a dog or a rabbit. You can make shadow pictures little or big. You can move your hands to make the pictures move. Look for shadows. How many can you find? When you find shadows, see if you can discover what makes each one. Look at that, those friends together created the shadow of an elephant. So thinking about what would make a dark shadow, that would help you figure out that idea of the sandbox project, of what material would be a good cover. We saw with the paper towel that some of the sunlight was still coming through, so the shadow was not dark. So be thinking about what would be a good material to cover the top of your sandbox. Bye, boys and girls.